Hello everyone, welcome to the second channel. We got something fun today, we got something delightful. Perhaps this will become a tradition. We are making a tier list of all the videos that I made in 2024. In my mind, 2024 was kind of the first year of the channel, like really the first year, because the channel has been around since 2016.
Hi.
But this year was the first year that it wasn't just a place for me to store my rant session episodes. I made some different videos this year, different eyes saw my videos this year, so we're gonna rank them. I have not rewatched any of these videos for the sake of the tier list. Hopefully there's no bias going on here, but I know all of these videos pretty well. I did make them, so let's just begin. But first, we've got to make our tiers. All right, S, we'll make absolute cinema. All right, starting off with the first video of the year, January, we have Rant Session episode 56, Laugh Tracks.
I don't know what to do about this. It feels like it's only getting louder. I can't take it off. Someone...
Part of me feels like I want to grade the Rant Session episodes and the other videos differently, but we're gonna try and put them all onto one tier here. We're putting Laugh Tracks in the meh tier. I always have fun when I make a Rant Session episode that's like a little weird and like does something a little different from the standard type of episode. So this was that, and it could have been done a lot better. Decently funny concept, you know, you got the thing on your ear because I just love laugh tracks so much, and it plays laugh tracks whenever I make a joke, but then it like malfunctions and it just plays laugh tracks eternally. Wasn't executed that great. We're going the mid tier. Also, this thumbnail pose looks really silly because I have to hold the thing on my head and it looks stupid. All right, here we go. Misconception. You have a misconception about organization. Of course you're not going to use it because you have to go out of your way to do so. It was the first time in years that I put up a video that was not Rant Session related, and I really like this video. I think I did a pretty good job. I'm dancing between ooh and now this is a good one. Once again, I haven't watched it in a long time. If I remember correctly, it's a little boring, but the editing's really clean. The information is good. It is a message that I actually wanted to get out. Clearly, it's why I made the video. I had just read Atomic Habits and I was like, you know what? We're gonna Thomas Frank it up and we're gonna make a video about how to be organized. Also, this is the only case this year where changing the thumbnail actually did something. I learned how to mask and then I put the misconception behind me. It got like 500 views, I gained like 15 subscribers, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is the craziest thing in the world. And it was pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. I love this video and I'm very glad I made it. All right, on to the next one, a video that I'm not that glad I made.
And always remember the Graph ET World motto, do not accept illicit substances from strangers.
Perhaps I'm being a little harsh on it. I just feel like I put way too much work into this and it wasn't that good. This video has a decent first like 2 minutes, but the second we go through the portal and go into the gray Graph ET world, everything just falls apart. The green screen looks terrible. I tried my best. The story of this episode is barely even a story. I really just go to Todd and Drew's place. They explain something. We do the thing they explained, and then nothing happens for the rest of the video. There's some decent moments of editing, though. I still feel like the scene where we're in the machine looks pretty good, considering that all of them are me. It's also a pretty funny video. If you pitch up Todd's voice and then you pitch down Drew's voice, it's just three Lawsons talking to each other. And right after the most ambitious and kind of flopped video of the year, we have the least ambitious and most home run out of the park video this year.
The time at which I started did not guarantee a win or a loss.
I'm gonna put it in the second tier, and here's why. Clearly people connected with this video. I really like this video. I think the message is very good, but I wish there was more editing in it. I do get that the video is candid and that's why people liked it, but one of the only edits I made in the video, most people didn't even know what it was. I'll just go ahead and pull that up right now.
Gen Z is still young. I know we're now not the youngest generation in the zeitgeist anymore.
That was a brain rot audio, like a Gen Alpha brain rot audio, but most people thought there was just a glitch. I made the video in 3 hours. Maybe I could have taken a fourth just to polish things up a little more, but I love this video. The message is great. This video properly captures the weight of the topic I was discussing and how I felt when I recorded it. So for that reason, we're going, now this is a good one. Now the follow-up to this video is probably my favorite video I've made this year.
Just lose your mind and like kill yourself or something, I don't know, or you could not do that.
How to Handle Change is kind of an ironic title because I changed the thumbnail and title like 4 times because the previous video was getting a lot of views and I got shoddy in my confidence and was like, how do I game the algorithm? That was all really silly, and I do think it hurt the video in the long run. But this is my favorite message of any video I've put out this year. All of the thought piece kind of videos I put out this year somewhat revolve around this topic, and I'm really glad that I made its own dedicated video first. I haven't watched it in a while, but to my knowledge, there's no editing hiccups. Everything flows pretty well. And again, I'm just really happy I made it. I really don't have much else to say about it. This is my favorite video I put out this year. All right, now on to what is easily the least important video I made this year.
His name is Jason. I'm not gonna call him Pringle Guy because he has a mustache.
I don't think I've been saying the titles of the videos. This is Rant Session episode 58, Nicknames. We're gonna go right down the middle. I think it's a decent video. This is an episode that really highlights the whole character, exaggeration, scripted part of Rant Session because I don't even really agree with the things I say in this video. Rant Session tends to be very observational humor. So what will happen sometimes is I will have one observation that I actually think of and agree with, and then to make a whole episode out of it, I'll add other things that I don't really care about just to, you know, make a whole episode out of it. Do I really care about what you call your significant other? Not really, not at all actually. But this is a pretty good standard episode. If you were to show someone what Rant Session is all about, this isn't a bad place to start. Perfectionism. I want it to look like the last one. I'm starting to get an idea of what perfect looks like. We're gonna go ooh. The message of this video is good. It's one that I find to be pretty important, but I think the production quality is kind of bad. I did mention it in this video, but the field that I record these in was getting construction done, so I couldn't record in it. And the thing is, when you're outside, you don't really have to edit that much because it already looks nice and it's gonna feel right if everything's like kind of low effort. But in my opinion, once you go inside on a backdrop, if there's not like good editing or good lighting, it's just gonna look bad. And that kind of happened with this video. I like the message. I wish I presented it a little better. Now on to the best Rant Session episode of the year, To Be So Productive. If you don't do a juice cleanse, you have microplastics coming out of every pore in your body. Dude, I'm dancing right now. I'm dancing. Look at me. We're gonna go absolute cinema. Forgive me. We're going absolute cinema. This is one of my favorite episodes I've done in a very long time. The skit portion, I think, is pretty funny. For Rant Session standards. This is the opposite case from Nicknames in that I absolutely agree with this. Some parts I was just writing this episode and I forgot that I was even writing a Rant Session episode. I was supposed to be like, you know, exaggerated or I guess comedic. I just completely agreed with what I was saying. I talk about actual issues in this video. I think I did it in a fun and comedic way. The skit I did in the middle has a mask over the television. That was a little moment of growth for me because if you compared to old videos, I did it properly this time. And it's probably my best thumbnail of the year too. Now on to a video that I really don't like.
As an example, if I thought more about the world around me, I would not have done that.
The message at the core of this video is the only thing that's keeping it from the bottom tier. I think I sound really pretentious and really like so big brain in it. It has the shoddy editing of perfectionism, kind of some bad pacing. I'm just not a fan of this one. Here's the thing, when I made this video, I knew I agreed with the message. I didn't like how I was presenting it. I knew I could have done better, but I had just made the perfectionism video and I didn't want to be perfectionist with it. So I decided to just finish it, push on through, and hey, I did get a video out of it, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I was trying to not sound pretentious in this video. I think I even said that a couple times, but I failed. I do sound pretentious in this video. The power of thought. You gotta go on a walk. Dreams.
What?
Yeah, and look at yourself.
Why am I in Todd's outfit?
The 5th and final Rant Session episode of the year. This is a good one, and ooh, but I can't in good conscience place this on the same tier as You're Still Sleeping, so we're going here. This one's also kind of weird, has a silly little concept, and I think I executed it pretty well. All the text changing, little Easter eggs and that stuff, the thing on my finger keeps changing, like shirt changing, all that stuff. I was pretty proud of how I put this one together. This episode was going to be normal. It was just going to be me ranting about dreams, but I was really set on putting it up 1 week after To Be So Productive, so I only had a short period of time to make it, and when writing it, I couldn't I just got a notification. I couldn't for the life of me put together all of these thoughts about dreams into a good episode, so I decided to make it weird. Oh, it takes place within a dream. It's decently funny, did pretty good on this one. Also, a really good thumbnail. And on to the last main channel video of the year. 2025 will be a good year. I'm dancing. The challenge I have set for 2025 will strike identity first, and that identity will point you to the right tasks. We're dancing, and we're landing on absolute cinema. I feel like this video takes the best elements from some of my other videos this year and condenses all of them down, trims the fat of some of the bad stuff, and makes a great video out of all of it. Of course, this video sets up the whole year of 2025 with this big, ambitious, year-long concept, and I'm really glad that I was able to start that concept with a video as good as this. I truly put my best foot forward with this one, and hopefully I can keep up that momentum for all of the year, and I guess that's it. And if you look at the tier list, it all makes an F. Don't know what that's supposed to mean. This range of videos all culminating into an F tier channel. Thank you to all who watched in 2024. Thank you to all who've been watching for a very long time. Hopefully these 2025 videos will just be immaculate and all of them will be in absolute cinema. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.